Hello, all of you wonderful people out there, and welcome to the stream. I am Razim, and this is Ebon Sales Exalted, Season 1, Episode 28, Leviathan. We're gonna go ahead and turn it over to Kerr, the wonderful boyfriend that I love so much, for the recap, or for the introductions, rather. My bad.
Hello everyone, I'm Kerr, I'm the storyteller, I'm the one who runs these games. I hope you guys will get to have happy fun times and enjoy the show.
Lenny.
Hello, I'm Wernimal, and I play Ashford, the big fluffy Infernal Exalted. And I'm going to Bork at Sarc.
And murder. Well, while I wait for his talkie card, I am Zim, and I am playing as Nevis, King of Conquerors, the Lunar Exalted, and a Marten, and leader of the adorable assassins, the goblins, the crabs, and many other armies at this point. He's got a lot of armies under him. Jaffer, are you there? There it
Jaffa
is.
says, I am Jaffa and I play Murder, the Burb.
You forgot the exaltation.
Wow. It's the Burb exaltation.
Oh, okay. Well, Sarc.
I'm Sarc. I'm an Infernal. Did I miss something?
Okay.
Yeah.
And he has 2 sickles, and he's hunting an orange cat.
Whatever you want, wearing it.
And I am Toshime, and I am playing Guaco, Solar Exalt, who's going to have a fun time today.
All right, we'll go ahead and turn it over for the recap to Sarc.
Jaffa says, I haven't told the rest of the party my exaltation, so it's still a bit of a secret.
Fair enough, Jaffer.
For the recap, we found a demon, and now we're arguing on whether or not we should free it.
Yup.
I had a change of heart, so I think that, yeah, maybe we should send it to Malpheus. And I think Murder was like, no, let's use this as a new ally. Kind of the TLDRs.
I'm pretty sure everybody except for Sarc was wanting it to go to Malpheus.
Well, Sarc had a change of heart.
Fair enough. So yeah, now we need to figure out how to get it sent to Malpheus then. We'll turn it over to Kerr.
Yes. She would be more than willing to offer assistance if you want to help her get out For getting back to Mafia specifically, what it would require is basically you don't want to destroy the facility. It would require you to basically kill her.
Oh. That complicates things.
Simple enough.
Thought there was a
No.
ritual we could use.
Well, not necessarily one that you can do anymore.
I believe that requires an Arzadeyu.
Mm-hmm.
Who has decided to drop out of the campaign.
Yes.
No more
So-
Zool.
So there's no sorcerer right now who can actually manage the ritual to try to banish her. So you would have to kill her. However, she would look at Sarc and Ashford. I do know that both of you serve our lords. I can see that in your very essence. So, while this would normally be something that I would not consider, I believe that with the proper promises, I would be willing to abide by such things in exchange for perhaps you both doing me a favor in the future. And I will, of course, render my assistance on to you. Honestly, I've been trapped here for so long, though. I would, even Malpheus would be preferable than this.
Depends what the favor is.
Acquiring something, dealing with something, bringing someone to me. Nothing difficult for you.
Sark's gonna look at Ashford and be like, that's pretty easy. What do you say?
Ashford nods.
A magnanimous dispensation.
Tokeme tipped $110. Razim heart, Razim heart, Razim heart.
That was quite the powerful nod there, Ashford. Thank you so much for that tip, Toshime. You know, I really appreciate it so very much. The full tip goal has been completed, Kerr.
And I'm going to be right back for a second. I got people keep trying to talk to me.
Tell
Destroy
them no.
Kill them all.
Well, Sarc,
And-
I guess Sarc can still do the murder thing, even though murder's here.
And thus Neva slams the staff down into the world and splits creation into 4 separate segments.
What staff? He has a staff?
Your spear.
Oh! Oh.
The one on the as the icon in the bottom part of the stream, dancing around.
I mean, that's still a spear.
Okay.
But yes, would you be willing to abide by these restrictions in exchange?
You just need us to bring you someone later.
Or something. Depends on what, well, Flirts my fancy.
Joke.
I would take that's not too difficult for you. You are quite powerful, yes?
See, the thing is that uh, I can't guarantee you that there are certain things that we might need and we might not be able to part with.
I won't ask for anything that's irreplaceable that you desperately need. Anyway, it's something you currently need. I'm sure we can come to an arrangement.
I'm not doing this unless Ashford's doing it with me. So
Then she will look over at Ashford as well.
if Ashford says yes, I'll say yes. I don't know, Nevis. What do you think?
Considering what they are saying on that regard,
I just noticed the blue
I
already
believe
has,
that we could
my
possibly
sister written on his blanket.
do this, yes.
And
As long
this
as it is, of course,
people
something that is
employed
actually
for
within
so
our
that hairstyle
power to
probably
grant. For
This is
example, if they...
anathema. This isn't my
That
deal.
reminds me of
For example, if you were to ask
February.
us to bring you her redness, that's not exactly going to be something possible for us.
Who's Renji from?
Oh, I understand. Something within your means, or something that you have already acquired.
We're also not giving you a person that we care about.
Further negotiations can be done.
I feel
Well,
like
in
it's
that
time
case, I
going
see no
for, like, a
reason not
fight.
to.
I feel like
All right, then.
Then it's up to Ashford. Unless he's muted.
He had to step away. But we could just be like, Sark's the one making the deal rather than Ashford.
I'm not making a deal unless Ashford is doing it with me, because I'm not the only one that's going to be signed to this deal.
Well, no, I'm talking about just you signing the deal instead of you and Ashford.
He doesn't want to be tied to it by
I
himself.
want death metal.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I refuse to be tied to this by myself.
Let's wait for him to come back.
Mm-hmm.
So how is everyone doing on this fine day
Pretty good.
of murder?
Oh, just
I mean,
dealing with anathema.
It's always a great time when I get to play Nevis.
Anathema! Yep, that's it. Call the police. But not for me!
calls the police for Kerr.
Wee woo, wee woo, wee woo, wee woo, wee woo, wee woo.
Well, while Ashford is staring off into the distance, contemplating
The
this
first thing in my
deal,
mind is someone
what
who
are
would
you wanting to
roll
do with the
on
White
any
Jade
language
Island,
check
Sarc?
when
Considering we don't really have much of a stronghold or a strong point to produce weapons and armor, we should probably turn it into that. You'll notice as I already erected guns and stationary defenses.
Duke.
Plan is we set up a strong point there. We can use that to train military, build whatever things we want, and start building a better world, I guess.
That's what we have the ship for.
Think about it. It can act as a local power in the region, giving us control over this area and allowing us to easily better protect it without having to directly intervene.
You know, I definitely
break that
appreciate
time
and
a
approve
lot.
of this.
Also, we can use its resources. Also, I've got some uses for its resources for a couple of projects that I think could definitely help. Granted, it is taking a while, but if everything pans out.
You may just have to take a walk and talk with the locals around here first.
What locals?
The worshipper of the sun and the demon underneath the local area.
That's on an island a little bit south. A little bit further away, but it's only like a couple hours at most.
Fair.
I realized where I got confused. Next week game should be possible on the 10th.
But this is our territory.
That's the day.
Yes. Oh my. Sir. This is Criberius to you, Nevis.
Yeah, I was like, we need a little context on this, Kerr. Yes, Criberius.
Upset at anyone for that, because that's me needing clothes.
Sir, some of the helmsmen are reporting something very large moving towards the ship.
I love how.
What do you mean by something large?
Something at least as large as the ship.
As Nevis asked that question, he was already on his way back towards the ship. Everyone, it looks like something dangerous is approaching. Or potentially dangerous. He looks back at the demon. Do you have any idea what this thing might be? It is as large as our ship.
Oh. He's here. I wasn't expecting him to possibly show up.
While I appreciate crypticness sometimes, now is definitely not the time.
She chuckles a little bit. It's entertaining, though. I haven't been able to speak to mortals for a very long time. He's been one of the reasons that I've been stuck here for so long. His name is Leviathan. He's one of the lunars who guards this area.
And would Nevis know or know of him?
You
The
could
Lunar of the
roll.
West.
Yes, you could roll a sagacity roll.
I'm back. I got pulled away by family for a second.
You're good.
I will spend a mote for my excellency in that.
Okay.
And then Sarc has a question for Ashford.
Ashford, you want to enter into a deal with this thing so that we can send it back to Malpheus? We just need to help it one time.
All right. I agree to these terms.
That was easy.
I got 7 on that.
Okay. All right. Leviathan, a first age lunar and one of the greatest lunars still alive. He is a legendary elder of the Silver Pack, though he's very, very rarely ever seen. He is arguably one of the most powerful lunars still alive, and he has been in self-imposed exile in the Western Oceans basically since the usurpation happened. His story is told very often in the Silver Pact. He, in the First Age, was the admiral of the Western fleets. He was in charge of basically the entire thing, serving with his solar mates. And what ended up happening was he ended up falling in love with a normal human known as Queen Amiana, who was in charge of one of the Western nations. And when the usurpation happened, Leviathan had a choice he had to make. Either go to his solar mate, who he could sense was in danger, or go to Amiana, who he loved. And going against every one of his instincts, he abandoned his solar mate to die and swam all the way to the country to try to save Amiana, only to arrive and have her die in his arms. Since then, he slaughtered the entire contingent of Dragonbloods and sank the entire city below the waves. And nowadays, he's been prowling around the West in his normal form of a giant, mile-long whale form. And now it seems he is coming right towards you guys.
That's unfortunate.
We definitely do not know his intentions, but it is presumable that he is. They are not good for us, presumably. So, RD, please ready defenses. And especially be ready to try and run.
Sir, he's vanished from our sensors.
Oh.
All of our cameras have lost him.
How do you
Oh.
lose a mile-long whale?
If they were doing it as a joke, that would be fine.
He may have shifted into another form, sir.
Oh boy. Ashford, Sarc, finish up with this one. Murder, Guaco, we need to get to the ship.
Okay. Good luck
When
making your
it's
deals
shaped.
with devils.
When its shape changes into a sardine.
Nobody expects the killer sardine.
Mile-long whale becomes little guppy. Or he turns into a crab with a really with a Jamaican accent.
Hello, man. How are you doing? Kill me. If I ever do that again, kill me, please.
No.
Yes, Sark, Ashford. Would you guys agree to the deal?
Yes.
Then she will offer her hand to
Come
both of
on,
you.
boys. Won't you shake a poor demon's hand?
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Hmm. Then she will offer you her life without resistance.
Just gonna cut her down.
So
She will-
Ashford, make the roll.
Sark can just do it. He has his weapons out already, and he said so. Yeah, you're able to just slice her down. She hasn't tried to resist or defend herself at all. And her body just dissolves into essence, which blow away. And Nevis, Murder, Guaco, as you make your way back into one of the tunnels heading back towards the ship, there's a man standing at the end of the tunnel. And you can see glowing silver tattoos on his body and a cast mark on his forehead, glowing with a deep blue light.
Good morning. I'm
Hi, bad.
Jaffa says, "What can I say except you're welcome?"
What can I say except you're welcome?
Nevis will take a ready pose with his weapon, but more of a relaxed, not actually threatening, but in a way where it's like he's ready to use it if needed.
Nevis, you notice he's not even paying attention to you or to Murder. His eyes are locked on Guaco.
Oh, no.
And he does not look hostile. In fact, he looks like he's about to start crying before he starts running towards Guaco.
I put my arms out.
He grabs you, Guaco, and he pulls you close and hugs you very, very tightly to him. And you can hear him whisper, almost too faintly for you to hear, "I'm sorry. I am so, so sorry."
I don't know how this would be an exalted essence. Would it be rolling my essence dots, or
What will you be trying to do?
stellar mate?
This is something on his side, not yours. Yeah, this is something completely on his side, not your side. So you don't have to do anything. Yes, Nevis, Murder, you guys just see this guy just embrace Guaco like the world was about to end. And Ashford, Sarc, you guys arrived to seeing this little scene.
Oh, well, ain't that cute?
Waco, mind introducing us to your friend?
Hi, everybody. This is Mr. Huggy.
He's going to slowly lean back a little bit so you can actually breathe again. And he's just kind of looking you up and down. You're so young. And he's just gonna touch your face a little bit, like he can't believe this. Do you know who I am?
Well, I am assuming that you are Leviathan. I have certainly heard stories of you, but I assume that you're referring to something else.
I only know you by title.
Leviathan's going to flinch slightly when you say that, Guaco, but it's almost like something that he was kind of expecting. And for the first time, he seems to notice that you're there, Nevis, and so are the others. He's gonna look at you for a second, kind of note your tattoos before nodding his head slightly. Yes, Leviathan is my name. I see that you are one of Luna's children as well.
Yes, I am Nevis, King of Conquerors.
Do you really gotta do the whole full title every time?
Only for first introductions.
Ashford just shakes his head. It's like, whatever.
And I'll whisper to Leviathan, I wish I could comfort you better.
He's gonna look actually happy though when he hears that. And he's just going to kind of hug you again before looking at the others, who are all of you.
Not everyone at once.
Can we help you?
He asked who you all are.
More damage.
Name's Sarc. That's Ashford. He's a pirate.
I started following these weirdos earlier today.
He'll
Fred looks
nod.
over at Murder.
He will nod slowly as everyone kind of introduces themselves so far.
Jaffa says, Murder will simply wave as he looks to his left arm.
Well, my apologies for such a brash introduction. I couldn't control myself when I sensed your presence. I thought I was imagining things, but you are here. After centuries, millennia almost. I can't believe it.
And I'm guessing this has to do with my exaltation.
He will nod his head. Your exaltation is linked to my own. We were meant to be together. But in your time of need, I was not there. I had abandoned you and left you to your fate. And I'm sorry, I truly am sorry for what I did then.
From what I understand, my fate would have been death along with yours.
When you say that, it's like a massive weight just seems to just like sink off of his shoulders. And he will nod his head very slightly. What are you doing here? What brings you down here?
We felt the disturbance of this place, so we came to investigate.
You simply came here for investigation, not for... He kind of pauses. You don't know what is here, then.
No,
We know
but
this was
Sarc-
some. We do know that this is some sort of research facility. And that there was a demon here who. He glances over at Sarc and Ashford. Who should be back in Malpheus now.
Ashford will not.
He'll nod slightly. The research facility was a front. The demon who was here, while assisting with the research that was ongoing here, was actually meant to guard and protect what was actually being created here.
Oh, it's a little too late for that.
He shakes his head. It's still operational. It was never used. I helped to ensure that. But he looks at Guaco. Perhaps it could be the start of mending things.
could be.
If you'll come with me,
Okay, and I'll
I'm
follow.
willing to show you something.
Everyone else coming along?
I got nothing better to do.
Yep, I'm going to follow.
He will lead you guys through a maze of hallways and doors before stopping at what seems to be a normal wall, and he'll reach out and start tracing lines of glowing essence across the wall. Nevis, you can see that what he's doing is basically like a passcode for the door using his own essence before the wall shakes and it slides open. Basically, it's almost like it's melting open, peeling apart. And my leg falls asleep. No, this is the worst feeling ever. Don't you hate when your leg falls asleep?
Yeah. Sometimes I fall asleep with my arm in a weird place and my arm falls asleep when I wake up. And it's just a weird wiggly noodle of meat that I can throw around until it wakes up.
Yeah. One sec. I am just rubbing my leg trying to wake it up because otherwise I have the pins and needles feeling and I can't move it. And it sucks.
When my arm falls asleep, usually I just throw it around like it's a detached weapon until it regains feeling and function.
Okay. I'm starting to get feeling back. Alright. Once the passageway is open, he leads you in. And unlike the tunnels and hallways above, where a lot of those rooms showed a lot of wear and tear and degradation, past this doorway, everything looks pristine. Not necessarily brand new, but it looks like it hasn't been touched at all. The walls are beautiful. Everything is just like warm and welcoming and inviting as he leads you down a set of stairs deeper into the facility and into a very large open chamber. And you can see on the walls, you can see what looks to be glowing solidified essence. And in the center of the room is a very large, what looks to be a machine.
Our
And
illustrious
set
champion
into the
returns.
machine
Welcome
is
home.
a large
Wornamon
sapphire
just resubscribed for
stone about
13
the size
months.
of a
Ashford
fist.
bites guacamole, making them fluffy.
Okay then. Thank you for that resub, Werny, and the 13 months of support.
I just needed to get that out of the way so I don't get another ad.
And there's this
While I'm trying to look at your stream.
Fair enough.
Thank you anyway.
So,
Kerr, we're gonna need you to repeat some of that.
So, this is a large circular chamber. Along the walls look to be what look to be solidified essence. And in the center of the room is a large machine, almost like a control panel, a circular control panel. And set inside of this panel, you can see a large sapphire stone about the size of a fist set into the machine. That's something that most of you would recognize as a hearthstone. Which would mean that this place isn't just a facility, this place is a manse that's channeling the essence of the world into it and through itself.
And if that's plugged in here,
That would mean this place does have power then. Everything's just kind of turned off at the moment. It would just need someone to basically turn it back on.
Time to start pushing buttons.
This would require a sagacity roll to try to get the system back online and working again, if you would wish to attempt to.
Let
Yeah, I
me
don't
go
think it's
ahead
good
and take a.
ideas yet.
Let me take a look at
There's
it.
some amazingly fun
However,
stuff
before I
that
really
was
do
forcing
look into
this
this, what is this machine and what does it do,
So I never
Leviathan?
met voice the character until later.
This is the heart of the facility. This controls everything, and if you set it up, you would be able to repair the facility with the touch of a button, thanks to the moon silver that everything is made out of. Not just that, though, but down below in the construction bay, there is a ship that you all may wish to use.
Sark's gonna do the thing. What kind of roll is it?
Sagacity.
So sagacity plus my
dungeon awaits.
best attribute.
Yes.
Arkinerob just resubscribed for 8 months. Oh, I shall wait until Kerr's cool description is over again.
I failed.
Just failed, not a budge.
Yep, you're not really sure how to do this. A lot of the stuff is written in Old Realm, and it's like you can do it, but it's like, oh well, this is like a really rare dialect of it. So wait, no, it's not that. Maybe.
Sark bumblefucks everything.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm gonna get the budge.
You managed to do everything and nothing at the same time.
I mean, Nevis is just kind of standing there like, I was going to take a look at it, but, I mean, if you all want to press buttons, go right ahead, I suppose.
There's also some really
Go ahead and give me your roll, Nevis. That's a lot of ones.
It was still more dice overall.
Okay.
5.
Well, is there something you'd like
All
to
right,
do?
Guaco, you're struggling a little bit with getting everything up and running. It's a little bit difficult just because you've never really seen this dialect in Old Realm. Nevis, you though are able to pick up on it pretty quickly, and as you're working, you are able to get all the systems back up and operational. As the room thrums before it seems to brighten up a bit, and across the screens, you can see images of the outside water as well as inside the facility, across the entire facility, just lighting up on the walls. Impressive. You seem to have a way with first stage technology. I thought much of the understanding was lost.
There is much that you must study, and if you wish to unify everything.
No, nods slightly. I see. Now, is there anything in particular that you want to see or do with the facility before I offer to show you the hangar?
Not really.
Well, we still need
So,
to
this
figure
one
out
has to
what's
be
going
for
to
editing.
happen with
They also have
the
the full string.
demon's children, as they are still here.
You would likely either have to kill them or force them to obey you.
Killing them would definitely be a difficulty. Seeing as how we would have to kill them all at the exact same time. That said, Sarc, perhaps they would be of use up on the island with you.
Maybe. I don't see why we couldn't try.
Exactly my thoughts. So, shall we go speak with them?
Let's do it.
Alright, so you want to go find the children then?
Yeah, let the children play with little Marten.
Okay. It doesn't take long to find them. These creatures are all looking at you guys. And specifically, they are looking towards Sarc and Ashford, as if waiting to be told what to do.
I'm going to say, you all follow us. You are now, I guess, our children.
One of the front ones, a twisted 8-armed creature, nods. Mother told us that we would serve you. We are ready. And he will begin to move towards you along with leading many of the others.
You ready to be served with a little fava bean?
It's almost like you worked out things, and she gave you a very nice little deal.
Right, so we're just going to lead them back to the ship.
Okay. What else would you like to do?
What do you want to do with the facility?
This is a fully operational, and you can see that the facility is repairing itself. This would basically be a giant underwater base.
And it didn't even need the demon in the first place.
And it is a manse as well. It is a manse as well. So if you take the Hearthstone, you would be able to regain essence a little bit faster, plus get a special ability from the stone.
Well, Nevis will be taking the Hearthstone.
Okay.
Is that going to power down the facility?
Nope. The
Considering-
Hearthstone is just created by the facility. It's basically the personification of its essence.
And you said that the...
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Well, you said that the majority of the facility was made from moon silver, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So it probably has something to do with lunars, which is part of why Nevis is looking at taking it.
Looking it over, it seems that one of the reasons why it's made out of moon silver predominantly is because moon silver, due to its nature, is very easy to repair if it's damaged. Which, with an underwater facility, if damage happens, you want to be able to repair it quickly.
Fair enough.
Yes, this is a very large facility. You could probably house at least like 10,000 people down here. It has full like farms here, medical facilities, the research hubs. And according to Leviathan, there is a full-on facility for crafting and such built into this area as well.
Which we already have that on our ship.
Mm-hmm. This one might be a little bit bigger, though.
Could I have it start producing autonomous transport craft?
That would probably take months to do, but yes, you could. If
Okay.
you could get the facility set up and the materials found.
Don't we have like an island of a ton of resources?
Only white jade, which can only be used specifically for certain things.
Now, here's a question. What does Leviathan want out of this place?
He doesn't care, it seems. Like, if you ask him that, he doesn't care about this place. He cares about you. And basically, to him, this place is like a apology gift to you for abandoning you in your first life. But once everything is sort of taken care of, he is going to look at you guys before walking over and tapping a few keys on the control panel. And there's going to be a hiss as the control panel is going to rise up, revealing a spiral staircase that leads even further down.
Sark's going to look at everyone and say, well, let us go.
Dumb ways to die. There we go down.
So many dumb ways to die. Dumb ways to die. All right, so you guys head on down then.
I don't see why not.
Yeah, I'm gonna be heading down there.
Leviathan.
I'm going to.
Okay. Leviathan will also lead you guys down as well. And as you guys go, you can see him tracing his hand along the wall. And Nevis, you can see this place is brimming with essence. A lot of it being defensive measures. But you see that with him there, he's able to disable them, so you guys aren't being attacked or something's trying to vaporize you and the like. And before long, you guys are able to make it down into a very large, what looks to be hangar. And past the hangar, you can see what looks to be a full-blown factory cathedral as well, built down here. And inside of the hangar, though, specifically, looks to be a ship. Not a normal ship, not like the ship that you guys have seen before. This is a ship that is made for the air. You can see along its wings star metal and moon silver. At the head of the ship, which is carved to resemble a great bird, is made out of orichalcum. The lower side of the ship looks to be made out of a ton of soul steel. And you can see jade interwoven throughout the entire thing as well.
I know this isn't picking up on me giggling about this.
This is a ship that was being worked on when the usurpation happened. It had just been finished and it was going through the testing stages when it happened. The ship's name is the Five Metal Shrike. And if you wish, I can introduce you.
Yes, please.
Might as well.
He'll look at you, Guaco, and nod before making his way down towards the ship, and he'll reach out and touch. You come up to like the crest of the ship underneath the head, and he'll reach out and touch a panel on it, and his hand will glow before the door will slide open, allowing you guys to enter into the ship. And as you guys enter into the ship, it is probably large enough to seat around 100 people, maybe. Or hold maybe 100 people. And it is all pristine beautiful. You can see the walkway is made out of a combination of white jade and orichalcum. The uh, the ceiling is lit with what looks to be jade, like blue jade crystals that glow with a warm light, giving it a very like bluish glow inside of the place. But it's not like disturbing or anything. It's actually very calming. And he will lead you into a control room for the ship. You can see different raised tables almost with glowing control panels on them. And as you guys step into the room, you will hear a voice speak out. It's been over 1,000 years since I've had a visitor here. Tell me, what brings you to me? And a machine is going to walk out from what looked to be a indignation in the wall that just slid open. Its body is made out of what looks to be star metal, and with a blue jade base with a bit of moon silver along like the faceplate, which gives it the ability to make at least somewhat of an expression, even if it doesn't really have much in the way of facial features. They can kind of morph its face a little bit to kind of create the basics of that.
Reactions. We were brought here by Leviathan. It's nice to meet you.
I see. I am the Five Metal Shrike, the AI for the system. I am also the ship as well. Tell me, what brings you here? Other than he seems to like the machine seems to nod its head in respect to Leviathan.
We were brought here by the Leviathan, told us of a ship.
That would be me.
What brought you to the facility, he means.
What is the ship, the first one called?
I would have to go back through my notes to find it.
I know it was an arc. Well, RD detected the facility, and we came down here to investigate.
Interesting. Very few usually make it past the demons, and no one has ever found the control room. I've been monitoring the facility since everything died, so to speak. Now tell me, are you going to leave me here, or are you actually going to put me to use?
I've got a couple
Well,
uses for you.
we could certainly find a use for you, yes.
Good. But, and he's going to reach to his side as it kind of slides open and he pulls out a sheathed sword. I don't just serve anyone. If you wish to wield my power, prove to me that you can handle it. Then he'll point the sheathed sword towards you all. Show me your strength and power.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, Kerr?
I'm going to. I'm just going to pull out my my daggers, my scythe, and activate its ability in stealth.
I think here's where we will end the session because I was planning to end it at about 11 o'clock because I have to get up at 5 a.m. and going into combat is probably
Gonna take a
time
while.
to end it. Yes.
Kerr, it's going to take one. Kerr, just give me a minute. I'll end it in one hit.
Not
Or-
necessarily.
No.
I could use Astrid's ability and shoot his sword out of his hand.
Kerr,
Yes.
how many times do we
That
have
is-
to teach you this lesson?
Hey, it might not happen.
You guys don't know what this is.
Let me have this.
Fine, we will let you have this hope for 1 week.
Now, if you really want to do this quick, all you need to do is go over to the power button and hit off.
That's not the way this works.
I don't know, that sounds like exactly how this could work.
And then later, in the
Not exactly.
But yes, I hope everyone did have fun though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Toshime, you know what this is.
Uh-huh.
Everything's fine.
I just want to talk to the primordials. That's all I want to do.
Everything is fine.
I'm personally torn because I like RD, and so far this guy's just a prick.
I love you.
I mean, I like them.
Also, hi there, Abby.
Also, by the way,
Is that okay?
I shared an image in the Exalted thing. That is actually the 5 metal shrike there.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
so it can fly.
Yes, it's an
It's
airship.
an airship.
So we're replacing RD?
No,
Nice.
Good, because
the shrike is more for like a ship
Jaffa says,
specifically, like
so
for
it's
you
the Predator
guys.
flagship?
Not quite as this is scarier than that. But no,
Put it
this
this
is
way. The 5 Metal Shrike's God Spear does infinite damage, and anything near the impact point disintegrates at quantum levels.
that's currently disabled at the moment. You're going to have to go on a quest if you want to fix that. I'm not giving you guys that this early.
The only other source of infinite damage is falling into the void, which is to say, you cease to exist.
So I'm thinking, like, we hit Mahasuchi with the God Spear.
No, the God Sphere only has a range of about 25 feet. So it actually doesn't. It does not hit that
Jaffa
far.
says, but Predator Flagship is a legendary card.
You're going to have to repair the God Spear though if you want to use it. The God Spear is currently going to be disabled when you guys get access to the ship, but you guys can go on a quest in order to try to repair it. Thankfully, you can still perfectly defend against the God Spear, and it can only be used once per day.
I only need to use it once per day.
Spoken by a true Exalted right there. The 5 Metal Shrike also gives you guys access to. You guys can basically travel around creation within one day, anywhere in creation. So if you guys ever want to go on like a side quest to another part of creation, you will have the ability to do so with basically your small number. You're not going to be able to take all of Nevis's armies with you, but you will be able to take like the main characters with you.
Oh,
It's
so
an
Nevis
item.
can't even take one of his armies?
You might be able to fit one of them on there.
See, this seems like a perfect assassin type stealth ship.
It is. The 5 Metal Shrike. Let me see if I can find a picture for it real quick.
I already pulled up that piece you already sent.
Oh, yes, but no. The 5 Metal Shrike, though, was actually meant to replace this. A directional fortress. So, in creation, back during the first stage, creation was guarded by these things. They are literally basically like miles long floating fortresses. And the 5 Metal Shrikes were meant to be like very small, nimble fighters with the firepower of one of these things. Only one was ever created, though, and it was never used before the usurpation happened. It doesn't cost anything to refuel legits. It is completely
self-sufficient.
Yep. 5 Metal Strike can power itself. It can fly anywhere in creation. It has the God Spear, which is not operational right now. If you guys want to fix it, you guys can fix it. I will allow that. This is Exalted. Tactical nukes are kind of small game at this point.
Okay, who's ready to go to Rathus?
Please don't go to Rathus.
We just lost the Dragon King.
Yes, that's pretty much everything. Sorry for the short session today.
Looks like Mahasuchi fires God Spear, wins campaign.
As the villain parries the God Spear. You tactically nuked a mountain.
The entire area around the villain is just vaporized, except for the one pillar with the villain standing.
Basically, yes.
Don't worry, there's a certain villain you can use this on. And he holds a lot of demons inside him.
Boku no Stray Dogs came out.
A touchathon.
Should start watching that. I was letting.
No, I said demons specifically.
Malpheus.
Uh-huh. If you use the weapon on him and he doesn't parry, what happens to everything inside him?
You just tear a giant hole in him.
Welcome back to creation.
All right. Well, everyone, thank you so much for joining us today for Ebon Sales Exalted. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Twitter, Patreon, and more. They are on the website as well as down in the description below through our link tree. Thank you to my patrons, tippers, and subscribers. It is because of your support that I'm able to continue bringing these streams to you all. I really cannot do this without your guys' help and support, so thank you. Consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. It is one of the best ways to support the channel, though you can also do so by sharing the stream around, coming by and hanging out. You can also help by using our Humble Bundle partner link, and just, being awesome and coming by and supporting the channel. But for now, thank you all so much for joining, and I bid you the most fondest adieu.
Duke.
Bye.
Duke. Bye, everyone.